Hey peeps.
Well, shit, what are y'all doing?
I sure do miss Leslie Jordan. Well, welcome back, peeps. We're talking Love After Lockup, Season 5, Episode 35. Hey peeps, in the editing, I realized that my microphone was rubbing up against my shirt, so the sound is pretty bad, and I do apologize. Please forgive me. I'll make sure to check that earlier next time. So this episode starts out with Shantae and True, and it picks up right where it left off. True is at the gym with his sister, and his sister has set it up where he can meet up with her friend Tisha, who likes to be called Shantae. I said, really? Really, woman? You like to be called Shantae? Is your name Tisha Shantae Johnson? I don't know what the woman's last name is, but it just seems a little weird. And I thought that he told us that he has never dated a black woman other than Shantae. This lady seems to be black. And he says that they were dating and talking. And remember earlier in the season, I think it was last season, Love During Lockup, when Shantae was saying that he was on lockdown, True was on lockdown because he had received some inappropriate photos. I wonder if she's the one who sent the inappropriate photos. Anyway, the whole time that he was at the gym talking to this girl, I was so embarrassed. I was embarrassed, on my couch. I said, ma'am, please get a hold of yourself. You are on here looking thirsty and desperate and disgusting at the same time. I would never put myself out here like this over a dude who just spent 13 years in prison. No, ma'am. It just looks sad. And then she made some kind of comment that she's got bad bitch energy. I said, no, you don't. The energy that I'm getting from you is I'm down bad. I'm lonely. I need somebody, anybody. That's the energy I was getting. I didn't love it. And then he said that he was in a relationship with someone and you still kept pushing. And I said, well, what kind of girl are you? The dude just told you that he was in something. He was involved in, whatever this shit is. So, back down, retreat, withdraw from this situation. This is ridiculous. And I was mad at his sister too. I only have one brother, but there is no way that he could call me, and tell me that, he's in a relationship with someone and I would try to hook him up with a friend or anybody else. I'm not about to try to hook you up while you're still in a relationship with somebody else. And then I wouldn't even consider doing that with a girl who I consider to be my friend. If she's my friend, why am I trying to put her in the middle of some fuck shit? You know what I mean? Like, why would I do that? I don't like his sister very much. I really don't. It's just all trifling. While True is at the gym smiling in this woman's face and she's throwing herself all over him as if he's, a qualified man. Anyway, Shantae is back at the house feeling sad and lonely. She texts him. He's not responding to her text. And I'm screaming at the TV. I said, Shantae, girl, this is your time to break free. Break free. Pack up your shit. Put his shit out on the porch. Lock up the Airbnb and go on home. Change your number. Block him on all social media. Move on with your life. This is ridiculous. I'm just not here for this. This is a bunch of foolishness. He comes through the door while she's in the bedroom packing her stuff. She finally wised up a tiny bit. She's packing her stuff because she's getting ready to go. And I said, damn, if only you had started packing that shit an hour earlier, you could have been gone already with his shit out on the porch. Anyway, she says to him that she's got to get home to her kids and her grandkids. And then I thought to myself, I thought she said she had grandkids, but it was a little weird for me, being 35 and having grandkids. I'm so used to grandmas being in their 60s, 70s. Grandmas are just getting younger and younger as time goes by. I'm just saying. Anyway, she asked him what was he going to do because she was getting ready to go back to Independence. And, she wanted to know if he was going to go with her. Honey, now listen, True tells her no. He didn't mean to hurt her. He doesn't want her to think that he was using her, but He thinks they need to go their separate ways. He tries to give her $1,000. I guess while he was in prison, he was saving up his prison money. He had been in there for 13 years, so, he saved a little bit of money. And so he offered her $1,000. And she refused to take it. And I said, girl, are you crazy? I would have put that money in my bag so fast, told him to get his shit. I would have confiscated that cell phone that she bought him, all of that shit. He's talking about, thank you for the clothes. I like to dress. I said, yes, you like to dress like 2002. I don't know why. What the hell is going on? What in the name of Nelly is happening? He is always dressed like it's, drop down and get your eagle on video or something. I don't understand it. God, I hate the way he dresses. Anyway, he tells her that he feels like she was using him all along. And she says, using you. She storms out. She's crying. She's throwing a fit. She's so embarrassed. She's over it. And, I want to feel bad. I want to feel bad. But I can't. He did have one point. He says, you never came to visit me in jail. And I think the reason you never came to visit me in jail is because you knew that I wouldn't be attracted to you. Something like that. I'm paraphrasing. Whatever it was that he said, I think that that's exactly what it was. I believe that she didn't go see him in jail because she was afraid that he wouldn't be physically attracted to her. But if she had gone to visit him while he was in jail, she would have realized that she wasn't feeling it, that he wasn't it, that he wasn't shit. And she wouldn't have went on through all of the shit that she has gone through. She could have saved a lot of heartache and all her money. And then he's going to run out to the car telling her she used him for his love and for his time. Excuse me? As far as I know, all you have is time when you were locked up. Okay, you were locked up for 13 years. You didn't have shit but the workout room and time. I mean, seriously? He was trying to gaslight the shit out of her and blame her. Now listen, Shantae. This is a hard lesson and a very expensive lesson that you learned. She was out there talking about how she done moved town, bought a new house, or rented a new house in a new town for him, lost her job, embarrassed herself down to the whole damn nation. Girl, listen. She says, I should have listened to everybody who told me. You damn right. You're damn right. Sometimes you have to listen to your friends and family when they tell you, wrong road. You were definitely going down the wrong road. One thing I can also say in True's defense, whenever True and Shantae were around together, they were just sitting around the house not doing much. And I know that they were probably not doing a lot because she probably doesn't have any money. She's gone through every dime she has with this dude. However, most of the time where they were there, she was glued to her cell phone. She wasn't really social. She didn't have a lot of communication going on. I don't know if she's just really a shy person. I have no idea. But how can you be engaged to this person when you can't look them in the eye and have a conversation? He asked her multiple times to express how she felt, what she was thinking, and she wouldn't. You got to open your mouth. As the old saying goes, closed mouths don't get fed. I'm just saying. It was just too many times that man asked her how she was feeling, what she was thinking, and she was like, I'm cool. Just say it. Come out with it. I have never been a person to hold what I was feeling. First of all, my face told it all. Second of all, my mouth runs all the time. That's why Kia talks. I talk way too damn much. She should have said something. She should have spoke up for herself. One thing I also thought was weird is when she got ready to leave, she got in the car and she pulled off. The door was still open and he was in the house. I said, wait a minute. If you rented this Airbnb for 7 days, you're leaving like 3 or 4 days early. Why is he have access to the house? Did WeTV rent this place? Because there is no way. Him and his shit would have been sitting out on the curb waiting for his sister to come get him. Minus the shit that I bought. Okay, I'm taking all that shit plus the $1,000 you repaid me. All of this is for nothing anyway because she eventually takes him back, stays with him. Allegedly, she's pregnant by him. Why are we being bothered with this bullshit? I'm just saying. Moving on. Kim and Joey. All right, so they pick up where we left off. It's the next day. It's actually Christmas. They've got toys and they've got a convict. in the house, in bed with her and her two small, defenseless children. I didn't love it. Not one bit. And he's complaining about how loud the kids are. One of the children woke up in the middle of the night and they had to get him back to bed. They're loud. They're rambunctious. It's too much for him. I said, well, shit. Is jail quiet? I didn't know jail was quiet. I tell you where is probably very quiet: at your mama's house, which is where you should be. At your mama's house, not at her house with her kids. You've been out of jail one damn day, okay? 1.5 days. And you are complaining about her children. You are in a warm house, comfortable house, looks like a clean home. It's not like Taylor and Chance's place. And, it looks like a safe environment. You're warm, you're comfy, you're wearing matching pajamas. And you're complaining? You haven't paid for shit, okay? Boy, if you don't go to fuck on. This is the same man that she wants to just jump into, being a father for these kids that he can't take for, 1.5 nights. Okay, I'm sick of her. Anyway, she immediately surprises him with that car that we seen her getting her dad to fix up for her, for him. And I thought that he was a little complainer to me. Oh, it's the same as yours. It looks like yours. I said, wait a minute. You're giving him a car? This known cheater? This known addict? Right out of jail. He got out of jail the day before yesterday, okay? And you are giving him a car. Then she proceeds to tell us how she has placed not one but two air tags. An air tag in the car, an air tag in his bag, and she's got location on the cell phone that she bought him. I said, oh yes, this sounds like a healthy relationship. Don't we all just wish and pray for a relationship where we have to air tag the person we love? What the hell type of shit is this? Kim, my advice to you is to seek help. That's my first advice. Get yourself a therapist real quick. The second piece of advice is move out of this small damn town. Okay, get out of the town. Okay, and then my third piece of advice is please learn to love yourself and know that it is okay to be alone. It is all right to be alone. You need to take breaks between these relationships so you can figure out what the hell is going on in your head. What do you need? What's best for these children? You getting on my nerves, okay? So anyway, she is so busy worried about what the hell he's doing and thinking. This dude has this car for less than an hour and he's like, oh, I gotta change clothes. He is in there texting somebody. She's like, who you on the phone with? What are you doing? What are you doing? Who are you texting? Girl, your kids want you to help them open up these Christmas gifts. They're excited. They want to play. They want to know, does this include batteries? Will we be having a little breakfast with these toys? Is there any orange juice? Will we be having milk? She is too busy concerned about who he is texting on that damn phone. Okay, you already told us he is a habitual cheater. Okay, this is what he does. And he goes around having the unprotected sex. Anyway, less than an hour later, he has changed his clothes, hopped in the car, he has pulled off. Her kids are still trying to have a good old Christmas time, and she cannot concentrate on those children or their Christmas presents because she is tracking his car. Where is he going? Where is he at? Who is he with? Girl, please, this is the start of the bullshit. You have given him what he needs to go out, get high, and cheat. You told us that you make $15 an hour. You were angry as hell when this dude spent $318 on the Christmas presents last episode, but you bought him a car. Okay. Was that with your child support money from your first husband and second husband? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying, girl, you fucking up. While he is out wandering the town streets, okay? This is over here is where I used to sell drugs. This is over here where I used to cop my drugs. This over here, we all used to hang out and do this and do this. I said, oh, Lord. He admits that not only was he on the opioids, he was also on the heroin, that girl, that H. Okay? I said, oh, no, not the intravenous type of drugs. See, no, ma'am. You brought this dude into your home with your children. he needs to be at his mom's house. If he is not at his mom's house, he needs to be at a rehabilitation center. Now, I personally agree that every person deserves a second chance. Some people actually deserve a third and a fourth chance, depending on the situation. But I would not allow him to get his second chance in the house with me and my children. I am not going to be making $15 an hour and allowing this dude to get a car on the backs of me and my children. I will not be doing that. Kim, you are a complete idiot. I am sorry. You need to put your children first. I think Joey should have automatically checked himself into an inpatient rehab center. Start to rebuild your life first. This is one of those situations where you have to show and prove. Not moving here with me and my kids. Are you out of your damn mind? Who brings an identity theft robbing junkie into the house with their children that are 5 and 4? Absolutely not. Girl, get the fuck on. If their daddies decide that they want full custody, I'm pretty sure all they have to do is record Love After Lockup and take it right on down to their local attorney's office. I'm just saying. Anyway, good luck to you, Kim. Julian and Christine. Well, shit, let me just go on and tell you right up front. Right up front. Julian and Christine got busted in April for stealing at the Walmart. I said, no, not upstanding, good citizen author. You are a writer. You're going to write a book. That's why you contacted her and became pen pals for the prison lingo. And then you and her are going to write this great big crime novel. I guess the novel is going to be about Julian going to jail. So they got busted for, stealing at the local Walmart back in April. But somehow Julian is the only one who got arrested. Julian was arrested for obstructing an officer, fleeing, and shoplifting in Wood County, West Virginia on April 6, 2024. The arrest was just 11 days after Christine's release from prison, which she was released from prison on March 26, 2024. According to the arrest report, police were called to the Walmart for a suspect shoplifting in progress. Julian was observed walking around the store with cloth Walmart bags in his shopping cart. The 36-year-old was seen concealing items inside under the bags. Wow. It seems like, Christine is a bad influence on Julian. Julian has been locked up. Honey, listen, this is not going to end well. I thought they might be doing good, but no. So, Christine spent most of the time crying and carrying on the episode. She wants to see her kids and, it's everybody else's fault but hers. Julian says her family, is being stupid. They won't talk to her or give her a chance because they don't believe that she's clean, but she is. And I said, wait a minute. She got arrested 7 months ago and she had heroin in her system and meth and weed. I believe that's what he said on the show, but I'm going to say allegedly. So that means she's not clean. And I don't think that her family is being stupid for not believing that she has changed her ways, because I am pretty sure that they have heard it before. I am also pretty sure that she has manipulated the shit out of them throughout her time being a drug user. And I don't blame the family members for taking the kids, for keeping them safe. It's either we take the kids and care for them, or they end up becoming wards of the state, and they could end up anywhere. Her son is in the care of her mother. Her twins are in the care of their father. And I think that's where they should be until she can show and prove that she is clean and on her way to a healthy lifestyle. No one wants to throw these kids into this. They need to have stable lives where there is structure and love. You can't get that with a drug addict parent who is in and out of jail. And she's still there throwing this pity party for herself. And Julian, in my opinion, is enabling her. This is a situation that she created on her own. Julian seems to be so thirsty and desperate just to have a woman, any woman, by the looks of this situation, that he's willing to do anything. Even shoplifting at the damn Walmart, allegedly. And like I just said about Joey, I do believe that Christine does deserve a second chance. But leave those kids alone until you have proven that. She too should be at a rehab somewhere. She was doing the hard drugs as well. This wasn't a weed charge. This was a serious charge, and you robbed 6 banks and got off easy. I mean, seriously, you should be somewhere at an inpatient rehab doing the 90 days. And then you should actually be in one of those sober living homes. You should be working all the steps before you actually get a chance to be around those children, especially if you want to be around them unsupervised. And I thought it was weird too when she went to get her hair colored. She said that the prison has some cheap hair dye, but she refuses to use that hair dye on her hair. You draw the line at cheap hair dye, but you're willing to do heroin? Okay. I think I'd go for the cheap hair dye. Shit. Sign me up for that Revlon $5.96 a box. I mean, what the shit? I'm sick of her. I don't care what Julian says. I don't care what she says. Watching her on this show, she seems like she is still fully, actively addicted. That's just my opinion. I don't have any kind of medical training. I don't know shit. I'm just saying, from the looks of it, she looks like she's still on that shit. And that's just my opinion, allegedly. Zariah and Troy. So the episode starts off with Troy bringing his mom back to their apartment. And Troy's mom, she was a lot. Her name is Karen. And, Karen is hood. She is ghetto. She is too damn much. But I tell you what, I laughed a lot. Karen was out of freaking control. But comical. Anyway, I hope to see more Karen. Anyway, Karen was doing too much. For some reason, she really does not like Troy's daughter's mother. Her name is Yana, I think. I might have that wrong. But for some reason, she kept calling that woman a bitch. She kept calling her that over and over and over again. And I said, it's not cool to call your grandchild's mother a bitch. It's really not. Especially when your son was in jail for 7 years and she been holding down the fort this entire time. Don't disrespect that lady like that. Like, what is this about? So it turns out that I guess Ayana, Troy's daughter's mother, has a boyfriend, and they don't appreciate the boyfriend being around the daughter. However, they're angry with her because she won't let the daughter come and be with Troy and Zariah. Well, this lady has been raising this girl for 7 years. I think that she should make the choice if she wants her daughter to be around you, who she hasn't seen in 7 years, or your wife that she doesn't know. Zariah gets all uncomfortable because his mom keeps bringing up his daughter's mother. She is feeling very insecure because she thinks that Yana wants Troy back. And I did hear Troy's mom say something about Ayana says she's going to throw that thing on you. I don't know, but Zariah's behavior was so childish, so petty, so ridiculous. You forced him to meet his mom. You invited his mom to have a sleepover at your house, but then you're going to get so jealous, so insecure, and so upset that you refuse to allow him to sleep in the bed with you, that he needs to sleep on the couch. This is a problem that you made. You didn't have to invite his mama to stay there. You are blaming this man for his mom's behavior. I thought it was terrible. His mom, when she got there too, she was like, oh, this nice. She said, it's clean around here. She was doing a bit too damn much. I think that Zariah has a lot of growing up to do. Not only that, I thought that his mom was getting involved in married people's business a little too much too. She was giving him advice. She said, you make sure you remember you the man of the house. What you say goes or whatever. And I said, he the man of a house that ain't none of his. He hasn't paid for shit that's in the house. He just got there, the day before you got there. Pipe the fuck down, ma'am. I mean, she was doing a bit much. Then the next morning it was time to go to church, and I thought his mom was being extremely inappropriate. She said she didn't have any underwear on to her grown son. I said, what? Why does he need to know that you don't have drawers on? She mentioned it multiple times. I mean, it was really just a lot with her. First of all, you're not wearing underpants and you're going to church. You're a grown woman who packed for a trip. How do you not pack enough panties when you're a grown woman? You've only been there, for the night. Then she said she was taking 2 gummies before she left for church. She said, I took me 2 gummies. I'll be high as hell. Zariah's son still calling Troy daddy, called Troy's mom Grandma Karen. He is an adorable little boy, but Zariah, what the hell is going on? Why do you have him? Oh, I hate it when they get kids involved. They get down to the tiny church. There's about 10 people there. They're sitting on the front row. Karen is high as hell. She is laughing uncontrollable. She says there's more people in the choir than sitting out here in the church. And then she tells her, she said, your father sound more like a comedian. She said, he's so ghetto. She is up here loud, wrong, embarrassing as hell, but funny as hell at the same time. I would never take her anywhere in public. Never. I don't know what the hell is going to happen. I'm wishing them the very best. I think that Troy seems to be a really nice guy. I hope that he can work things out with his daughter's mother in order to get some sort of visitation with his daughter. I don't think Zariah is secure enough in who she is or secure enough in their marriage that she's going to be able to take any of this. I wish them the best of luck. Hope and Arthur. So we already know that Arthur is in jail. His mom got out on social media and let us know that he was trying to leave Hope, allegedly, and Hope allegedly pulled a gun on him to take him out and take herself out too. If I can't have you, nobody can, that sort of situation. And she accidentally shoots herself, tells the police that Arthur shot her. Arthur gets arrested. Later, she tries to recant, but the recant didn't work. Arthur is still in jail being held on $255,000, I think it was. Trying to remember that. And now he has a GoFundMe out trying to get people to help him with his legal fees. Arthur, I truly wish that you would have listened to your mom and went on back to Vegas. She tried to tell you that Hope was not good for you, and Hope clearly needs some mental help. She is not all the way stable, not just by the situation that happened with her shooting herself accidentally, allegedly, but also the way she behaved on this episode. The woman is absolutely insecure as hell, and she needs some help. So he's sitting down with his mom, having a little ice cream. They're spending time together. She hasn't seen him in a very long time. He's been in jail for a long time, and she just wants some time with her son. She lives in Las Vegas, and she's only going to be there for a few days. I am not a professional when it comes to wigs, but I really feel that his mom's wig needs to be pulled up just a tiny bit more on her forehead. That wig is bothering me, and every time I want to reach into the TV just to, just a little wig shift, pull it up just a tiny bit. Anyway, let me move on. Arthur's mom, I felt bad for her. She was pretty much blaming herself for working so hard and not being home enough. It's her fault in her mind that Arthur has gone through all the things he's gone through and that he kept going in and out of jail. But what I loved the most was the accountability. Arthur broke down with his mom. You can tell he is a true mama's boy. But I think that Arthur's mom still sees him as a tiny baby, because she mentioned wanting to ball up with him on the couch and hold him in her lap and rub his head and everything. And I said, that's something I did when my son was like 2 and he didn't feel well. I would, get him his little ginger ale and, you know what I mean, and lay him on the couch, and he would lay his head on my lap, and I would, try to soothe mommy's baby when he was, not feeling well, but he was like 2. Now Arthur, I can't remember. I think he's like 30 or something. I don't, okay. Anyway, Arthur took accountability, and he told her, Mom, you had to work. You had other kids to take care of. You had to pay the bills. You were a single mom. It is not your fault what happened to me. And I said, thank you, Arthur, for telling her that. Thank you for saying that. Then he broke down crying, and I broke down crying. I was devastated. I wanted to hug Arthur so bad through the TV. I wanted to hug his mama. I was looking at her wondering, why are you not hugging Arthur? Like, Arthur is crying. He is devastated. He tells her that if he would have listened to her and came home to do his laundry when she told him to, he would have never been out in the streets robbing that night and getting arrested. And then I just thought, if you'd have came home with her when she told you to, you wouldn't be in jail right now. This is the second time your mama has tried to help you in some way and you didn't listen and ended up back in jail. Both of them are suffering terribly for the situations that has happened in Arthur's life. I feel that Arthur needs some therapy to get back in touch with who he really is, to heal from all of the time that he has been in jail, from all of the hurts he has gone through. And I feel as if his mom needs some therapy too, because she feels so bad that she was working so hard, and that is not right. That is a pressure that she should not have on her shoulders. As a single mom, she had no choice but to work. She had 4 children to support. And it sounds like Arthur is the only one that's in and out of jail, so she must have did something right. You know what I'm saying? But I respect Arthur for taking accountability and letting his mom know that his actions are not anyone else's problems. Those are his problems. Those were his actions. And it seems to me that he regrets so much. I wish so much happiness for Arthur and his mom. Now, when he gets home and Hope is acting really stupid, she doesn't like the fact that he came in after midnight. Where have you been? Where have you been? What have you been doing? His mom's trying to take him away from me. No, you are a nut job who is pushing him away from you. This behavior is smothering. Talking about she was at home all day. She made him dinner. Okay, good. I'm sure the food is still good unless you threw it out. Calm down. You are coming off as a pure psycho. Girl, you need some therapy as well. I don't know what the hell happened to you, but you have lost all of your damn mind. His mom is only in town for a couple of days. Allow them to have time together. Oh, I don't like this Hope. She is crazy. I hope that Arthur can prove that she shot herself and can get out of jail and hightail his ass straight back to Las Vegas with his mother. And after you get home with your mom, please call a therapist. Seriously. Letitia and Keith. You know I think all of this is a bunch of bullshit, right? I think all of this is fake. In my opinion, Letitia knew good and damn well that Keith was not getting out of jail, but she's going through so much legal trouble of her own that she needed extra money because that boss tax shit is not working. Okay, so she needed money and she came up with this stupid idea that we'll get on here and pretend like Keith's getting out of jail. That is just my opinion. She goes to see this legal representative of hers who turns out to be some sort of jailhouse paralegal. She wants to know, is Keith getting out? What's going on? We paid you $1,000. I said $1,000. What? If my husband was in jail and he calls me and says that there's this new law and we have so much money, we had $15,000 that we spent on that ring. And she said that, he had plenty of money in his account and his aunt was watching over his account and all of his money. Why wouldn't you be taking some of that money down to a real law firm to have them investigate? Why is this jailhouse paralegal? There is definitely a difference between a paralegal and an actual lawyer. This paralegal from the jail who was referred by someone from jail tells her that he goes through everything with a fine handle comb. I said, isn't that supposed to be a fine tooth comb? You trust this guy? Okay. Listen, honey, according to Sarcasm, Letitia received a $20,625 PPP loan for her tax business in 2020. She then created a new business and received another PPP loan for $78,125 less than 2 months later. And now, the feds is watching. Where the hell is that money? Because I tell you what, you sure the hell didn't use it to try to find out how to get Keith out of jail. This is a facade, and you can tell she broke down bad in that confessional. First of all, she looked like she was crying real tears. Her hair weave is out of control this season. The last time we saw her, she kept her hair weave on point. She can't get that shit to blend for nothing, okay? And she, not only that, she can't get anybody who are in the scenes with her, not production, not the lighting man, the boom operator. She can't get anybody to say, do you have a fine-tooth comb that you could just run through because the blend is not blending? She is drinking in her damn confessionals. She didn't want to talk about her business because the walls are closing in. The feds is on that ass. Girl, when Keith finally gets out in February of 25, he will be visiting you. He will be putting money on your books, talking about all this pressure is on her. She's running this business. She's trying to get customers. She's putting money on Keith's books. What happened to all that money that Keith allegedly had? So you gave $1,000 to a jailhouse paralegal, and you think he's going to get Keith out of jail early with his fine-handled comb. Okay. Anyway, this woman is supposed to be an actual accountant. No, ma'am. Not here for it. Not buying it. A bunch of bull. Anyway, peeps, get down in the comments and let me know what you think. And until next time, bye.